All right. Well, IndyCar does not have a break because they are in Texas this weekend. So that's another fast track. I mean, I know they're coming off the street course in Belle Isle Park, but what do you expect to see from IndyCar at Texas this weekend?
Insanity. I mean, this racetrack, it's insane. They don't have as much pack racing anymore because they've taken a lot of the aero downforce away from the race cars. So tire wear is a big deal. Last year's race, the Penske cars really struggled on kind of blistering right front tires. So handling is still important. But as the sun goes down, the track temp cools down, that grip comes up, we start to see side-by-side racing again. And these drivers, I hold my breath watching TV. Yeah. And it's so, you get like, oh, it's an oval, it's like Indy. No, it's not. It's way different than Indy. So it's going to be a battle out there. And as I said, for $600K, I'm going to be holding my breath on TV watching it. Yeah,
it's a big payoff at Texas. They have a great paycheck for that. But it's also some of these individual names, like you guys talked about when you guys were over at the touchscreen for NASCAR. Let's single out some guys. Scott Dixon.
So that would be the
first. He won last year, right?
Yes, he's won there 3 times. He's coming off the momentum of winning race number 2 at Detroit, and I think he's truly dangerous for all they field there because he's sort of the perfect IndyCar driver, right? He's great on street courses. He's great on road courses. He's great on ovals. He's great at the Indy 500. He's the best at saving fuel. He's kind of the mark in the IndyCar series in so many ways. And when he's got momentum on his side, and if they can find a little bit more speed than they had at the Indy 500 in those Chip Ganassi racing cars, then I definitely think he's most likely the man to beat in my eyes because of just what he does so well. And that is just find a way, like he did at Detroit, to get to the lead and win races. It's incredible how he does it.
5-time champ. I mean, the Iceman, he made a mistake at the first Detroit race on Saturday. Yep. He actually crashed, which you very rarely see. On his own mistake.
It was first time in years.
Yeah, on his, but goes back and wins it. So
makes up for it.
I mean, it's incredible. I look at a guy like Simon Pagenaud. He's coming off of winning Indianapolis, and we talked about it last week. You never see an Indianapolis 500 winner go win Detroit. And sure enough, you do all that media obligations. You come off the biggest moment of your career. You have to settle down for 2 events at Detroit. He struggled.
Yep.
Salvaged some points, but lost the points lead. He's back to 3rd. I believe it's like 25 points back now. So a guy that finished 2nd in last year's race behind Scott Dixon. Obviously, those Chevys are really fast on the ovals. That was something that Alexander Rossi talked about. He felt like the Chevys had more horsepower than Hondas. So at Texas, will that kind of show again, or will that high banks and handling kind of take over again? So Simon's got to have a rebounding weekend, but
he does.
He still won the Indy 500.
I know.
It's going to be okay.
I think, he can take that sort of momentum from the Indy 500. Obviously, this is the last time they're on an oval, so they have the speed. Some of the things of what they've done with Texas in turns 1 and 2 have brought the handling in like they have at Indy. So I think you're going to see the Team Penske cars have a lot of speed, so that gives Simon Pagenaud some confidence, but he hasn't won there. So I think it's one of those things where he has to kind of prove himself on that type of oval. Can he get it done? Another driver, though, in the Team Penske camp that can get it done there, probably needs to get it done, Will Power. He's won there twice, but this has not been the best start to the season that we've seen out of him. There's definitely been some struggles at times, and I think this is a chance for him, going to a place he's been successful at before, to kind of turn that around. And I think they really need to, AJ. It's kind of at the point of no return if we don't do it now.
Yeah, we see here, this is Saturday, the first Detroit event. They didn't get the tire tight, so he loses the tire. Here on Sunday, they actually have a mechanical failure with the gearbox.
This was great.
And somehow the Team Penske resolved. They fixed it, made his way back at the 3rd, salvaged the weekend a little bit, but he has no wins. He's 84 points back, 6th in points. His teammates both have 2 wins. The great thing about IndyCar is the way their points are structured. If he wins, it's 50 points, plus you get bonus points for pole, quickest lap, etc. So you can extend yourself by 10 to 12 points each weekend. And Will Power, if anybody can do it, he can go on a run and pull off 3-4 wins in a row and get himself back in the championship. But he's got no more mulligans left. Exactly. He can't have any more bad races, and it starts here at Texas.
All right, go back to Simon Pagenaud. I think I saw him at the Charlotte airport on Monday. He was no longer wearing the wreath. He did finally remove.
He took it off.
Yeah, but Norman was.
Norman was
there. Yes.
All right. Yeah.
Hey, Motorsports fans, thanks for watching. Make sure you hit subscribe before you go for all the latest news and highlights across motorsports.